Hello, scholars. Welcome back. It is already week 7, POL450 Research Methods for Political Science. And for week 7, that means we are getting extremely close to finishing this course, putting our prospectus together, submitting it, and finally completing our research assignment. So I'm super excited. You should also be really excited because knowing that we're at week 7 means that you've already put in the hard work in this course. You've built all the pieces, and all we need to do now is put those pieces together, combine them, and make that prospectus. So let's break down what we got in here. I added a quick statement here, or a quick statement. Almost finished. This week is to try to put everything together and submit a rough draft for your prospectus. Hopefully all the pieces are there as you finished each week's assignment. Be sure to read the feedback on your rough draft submission so that you can make any last minute changes. So if we look through week 7, we do have a little bit of lecture. It's on it's based upon week 9 of our text. And it's mostly built upon the concepts of validity and reliability. And we understand that for our studies, we need to be reliable and we need to be valid. And we need to be able to defend the reliability and the validity of the work that we're doing and the results that we're producing or providing. With that, we have 3 assignments this week. The first assignment is the rough draft of the prospectus that we talked about earlier. There is an application exercise or a quiz on validity and reliability, and then a discussion board. So for that this week, I've included a PowerPoint on reliability and validity that will go through the topics that will augment the reading. Remember, as I've mentioned before, I would look over the PowerPoint, I would do the reading, I'd look over the PowerPoint again. Anything that you've seen multiple times is probably important and something that you should remember, and you will remember since you've seen it so many times, and will probably be something that you'll see later on in the quiz. For our written assignment this week, and I'm going to come back to this last, so let's jump ahead to our application exercise. For application exercise, the application exercise is a short quiz that contains 6 multiple choice problems. There is no time limit on the quiz, but once it is open, it must be completed. Do not try to save your answers and come back to finish it. So use some time management, do the reading, look through the PowerPoint, and do this quick 6 question multiple choice quiz. Our discussion board this week talks about kind of how we've done and how we've come together. So use this discussion board to discuss your experience with this type of research. What did you learn about the research process? What did you learn about your topic? And what was new or unexpected? So we're just kind of giving some generalized feedback of the entire process. With that, remember our discussion boards are replacing the dialogue that we'd have in the classroom. Therefore, I expect a decent, scholarly addition to the dialogue. Your submission needs to be at least 300 words, and then I want you to reply to at least 2 of your classmates. Once again, as I've stated earlier in this course, I don't want to read or hear any good jobs, well done, thank yous. When you reply, I want you to add to the commentary. I want you to add to the academic discussion. The grading rubric is included, 15 points for your original post, and then 10 points for each of the additional, for the additional post, for a total of 25 points. As always, this discussion board has a due date, Sunday, 11:59 of this week. The same goes with our application exercise with the due date of Sunday, 11:59. Now let's go to our larger assignment this week. So once again, Sunday, August 16th, 11:59, Sunday at 11:59, there's 50 points possible, and this is your prospectus rough draft. So what you're going to do is you're going to put together the pieces of our prospectus, put it together, and submit it in a rough draft format. This gives you the opportunity to correct any of the problems this week before we have to submit our critical assignment in week 8. The complete grading rubric is provided. As you can see, there are 4 different dimensions that we grade on. 1, based upon your research topic. 2, the methodology. 3, the sampling and data collection. And then 4, the overall design and presentation. And then like all of the classes here in OPS, or I don't want to say all, several of the classes in OPS, we base it based upon performance level. with it being exemplary, accomplished, developing, or beginning. And each one of these sections has an associated point set with it. For the final critical assignment, it's a 200-point final or assignment, and each one of these are given a 50-point value that is evenly distributed and weighted. So you can see that with that, you have the description, you have the grading rubric, you have the rough drafts that's due. And remember, I hope for certain that all of you have taken the time to look at this. But if we go through the announcements, it was back on the 13th of July that a prospectus video was provided that walks you through step by step how to write your prospectus. There's also an example and a template of all the required chapters. So in order to get that full credit and to hit all of those categories, it needs to mimic these examples that are provided. So ensure that you take the time and look at that video. Even if you've looked at it, print out those or save those templates and ensure that you have all of the different subsections finished. But with that will that is all that we have for this week, here week 7. So take the time, be diligent, get that rough draft submitted. Remember, if you get that rough draft submitted, I will work through those quickly. I will get that back to you. You will get that feedback on what corrections that need to occur, and then we will have that final clean draft that we'll be able to submit in week 8 as our critical assignment into task stream, and that culmination of all of our hard work in this class. So once again, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, make sure that you get a hold of me. Reach out to me. We'll get all those questions answered. Just stay diligent. This is a week that if we put the effort in this week into our rough draft, week 8, which we always know is difficult and typically of a shorter calendar because we need to get those assignments in typically earlier. If we put in the effort this week, next week should be much more manageable, and that's what we're really looking for. So have a blessed week. I'll keep all of you in my thoughts and prayers. Let's get through this week. The finish line's in sight. And then I'm really looking forward to seeing your completed work. So bye for now, and I really look forward to seeing all your work here in the near future. Bye.